Hello everybody, it's Murialda here once again, and welcome back to a box that's not an Ami box. Yes, and it's a fairly decently sized box, but it's only got one figure inside of it. If by any chance you hear some booms in the background, some idiot decided tonight's a perfect night to shoot off fireworks. I don't know why, but they did. So yeah, this box, the figure inside of it, people have been complaining about how much it costs to ship this figure, and they're like, it should not cost as much, we're being ripped off, blah 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 blah. So I measured this box, and when we get it open, we'll see how closely sized it is to the figure box, so you can make up your mind after that. So yeah, this box is from Big in Japan. It's not Ami, but it's Big in Japan. So if this is oversized, it's not just Ami having the problems, it's a lot of other stores too. But anyway, the box is 14 inches deep, 19 and a half inches wide, and 13 inches tall. For all of you people that don't use inches, that's 36 centimeters by 49 centimeters by 33 centimeters. So yes, it will be expensive to ship. So yeah, let's get this open so that, you already know who she is from the thumbnail. It's Baltimore. Let's get her open and see how the shipping box compares to the actual figure box. I did not bring the tape measure out. I'm not going to measure her box, but we're just going to see how much extra space is inside of this shipping box. Because, yeah, people will post a picture of her box, but not the shipping one, and people just get confused. So we've got a bunch of paper. So there wasn't a lot of extra space on the top. There is probably 3 inches or so on the sides, but yeah, it's not going to fit in much smaller of a box. So we'll go ahead and pull her out. Get this shipping box out of the way. And there is Baltimore in her regular figure box wrapped in bubble wrap. And it's fairly heavy too, so that could be another reason shipping is expensive. Come on. Okay, not only is she bubble wrapped, she is also wrapped in tissue paper, probably from the factory. Take the bubble wrap out of the way. We'll rip the tissue paper off. Okay, and we finally got Baltimore out of her shipping box. So yes, she is quite cute. So, information time. This is Baltimore, the Finsh Line Flagbearer version of her, the Race Queen version of her. She is from Azur Lane. She's a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by Apex. I got her at Big in Japan. She released in China sometime in September of 2023. In Japan, it took her a while to get in stock. She came in stock on November 26th of 2023. So like 2 extra months. I pre-ordered Baltimore on November 16th, or on January 16th of 2023. I paid for her on the same day, so yeah, I prepaid for her. She shipped out on the 28th of November, and I got her today on the 2nd of December of 2023, and I shipped her EMS. So I paid 19,990 yen, or $163.68 at the time of conversion. EMS cost me 10,300 yen total. I did have to pay a little bit extra when she released because, prices go up. I don't know what her DHL shipping would have been from Big in Japan, but yeah, it was, again, 10,300 yen, or whatever that is in dollars. So it wasn't horrible, really, considering how big the box is and how heavy it is. But yes, she is expensive to ship. So anyways, there is the front of her box. There's the side of her box. The back of her box. And the other side of her box. There is the top of her box. And plain boring black bottom on her box. So before I go any further, let's talk about the elephant in the room about this figure. So yes, she is a forced cast off. And yes, she has very nice boobs. You can go on MFC and HPOI and look at pictures of her very nice boobs. She cost me $163. I am not going to break a figure that cost me $163, so I will not be forced casting her off. If that's what you came to this video to see, you can go ahead and close the video. Unless you want to actually see what the figure looks like. It's up to you what you want to do. But again, I'm not going to break my figure, at least not purposefully. And so I will not be force casting her off. I will show you where you can do it, but I won't do it. So anyways, let's get her open. So she's got a nice heavy-duty corrugated cardboard box, and she's got her typical 3 seals. I noticed the top of my box is a little bit creased on this side. No big deal. We'll go ahead and pull her out. Bottom of the box looks like some oily grease stains. And there is a plasticky smell. Back of the box is Baltimore Finsh Line Flagbearer, and it's got the Azur Lane logo. We'll put this off to the side, and man, lots of explosions going on outside. Fold. There is her instructions and a little bonus. So there is Baltimore in her blister pack. Let's do a normal zoom. So there she is from the front. She's got an extra head. There she is from the side. And the back. The other side. And back to the front. So she comes with instructions. She's got a hat. You can change her head and her flag. You put the pole through her hair, and she pegs into the tires as well. She's got a peg that she pegs onto the base, and then there is also a little stand to hold the flag, and you can switch her heads. So yeah, we'll put that off to the side. Now the little bonus item is a little acrylic standee of Baltimore. So I did not buy this skin in the game. I considered it, but I did not. So there is the base. It's got some plastic covering it. I'm going to leave the plastic on the bottom for now, but I'll take it off the top. So it says blur. So copyright Manjuu, Union, Azur Lane. So we'll set that there. And we'll pull out the acrylic standee and see if we can find the corner to start tearing off. And I will peel off both sides of this. Get that one started. We'll get the back started as well. And if this is boring you, you can click the fast forward button or whatever. Get to the actual figure bits. Okay. So there's that. And then we'll get this side. Come on. There we go. So the back is not colored. It's just white. The front does have the illustration that she's based off of, the skin in the game. And one thing that I have noticed, and this is a flaw in the skin, if you look at her hat, she is a member of the EAGL EUNION. So yeah, in the skin they misspelled EAGL Union, and it's translated to her hat in the figure. So yay. But there is Baltimore, showing off her belly and everything. We'll just go ahead and put her on the base. There you go. We'll put that off to the side. And let's get to opening Baltimore the figure. So she does have a separate blister in the back. So we'll release that and then pull it out. Sounds like the fireworks may have finally finished. So I'm going to put her off to the side so I don't accidentally knock her down. So this has her base and her flag. And if you get Ice Queen figures, just be prepared. They are massive space hogs because they have these flags or umbrellas and they're huge. Just be warned. So let's go ahead. Let's see, do we have to cut it apart? Yes, we do. So that's that side's tape. And then one more over on this side. And now we should be able to pop the blister open. And I just noticed the little cap of her flagpole is stuck in the blister. It's actually feels like it's taped onto this piece of foam. Okay, it's not taped, it's just the foam is sticky and it was stuck to that. So I will set that right there for the moment. So, yeah, it looks like that was not intentional for it to come off. It looks like it was supposed to be glued in there. So that will be a pretty easy fix. I'll pull out the flag and pull out the base. The base is quite heavy. I just shot her flagpole topper off to the side. So just throw that off to the side. We've got her little clear flag support. It's just clear plastic, nothing special about it. Her base. Go ahead and pull that out. So it is basically a section of probably the pit road. We've got the EAGL Union logo. It's textured to kind of look like asphalt, but kind of looks like sugar cookie. There is a square metal peg for her foot. On the back it says Apex Toys, Manjuu, and the Azur Lane logo. Same on the back, Apex Toys, Azur Lane, and Manjuu. And there is a little Manjuu. He's got his eyes all squinted up, and he's kind of cute. Just got a couple of real big tires. They almost feel rubbery, but this one does have a chunk taken off for her butt and probably a piece of clothing. And there is a peg hole for the flag. So yeah, that's the base. We'll grab the flag. So right off the bat, this is a metal flag pole. We'll work on getting the plastic off of that. There we go. Remember what I said, this is massive space hog. So we've got the Azur Lane logo. Got the checkered flag and the long black part of it. There we see the peg that goes into the tire. And then it also has a red ribbon tied around it. It's got a little bow. The ribbon is shaded. It's just flapping in the breeze. I do believe this little pommel comes off. Yeah, so that comes off. That's how you get it on and everything. And then at the top, it is keyed, at least. I'm going to see if I can just stick this on there for now. Yeah. So it went on, the little EAGL Union logo. But I may glue that in the future, but for now it's staying on okay. So for now, I'll set the flag off to the side. I'll set the base off to the side. Yes, she is definitely a space hog. Let's go ahead and get Baltimore out now. So again, we've got tape. Doesn't look like any tape on the top. Go on the sides, and again, doesn't look like anything on the bottom. Very secure blister. I did feel a little bit kind of moisture or stickiness, wetness, either mold release or plasticizer or something. So just be aware of that. We'll pull out her hat. So again, the hat says EAGL EUNION, so it's misspelled just like the skin. So I wish they would have fixed that, but it is what it is. There is a little, on the inside, a little plastic cover right there on the back. So I'm assuming that the hat is magnetic, and it is sculpted to fit her hair. The top is nice and blue. It's got some shading, and overall, pretty well detailed. Set that off to the side. Just get that back in there. We'll pull out her alternate head. So this one is kind of an embarrassed expression, and I suppose if you force cast her off, this definitely would make more sense. But yeah, her mouth is kind of squiggly, and her eyebrows are up and everything. Just a little embarrassment. The hair is transparent, translucent. It's well detailed. So lots of little strands, lots of points. It's multi-layered. She does have detailed ears. Probably won't use this face, but it is what it is. And while we've got it, a little bit of shine sticky on the top. We'll just test. Yes, the hat is magnetic. It's not a very strong magnet. So just don't shake her around and you should be fine. Yeah, I'll set the head off to the side for now. And we'll pull out Baltimore herself. Put the blister off to the side. And there we go. So this is her more confident smiling face. So she's got teeth. Her eyebrows aren't going up, they're just normal, and she's a happy girl. Again, she's got ears. And so I wasn't sure if I was going to buy her originally. And then the more I looked and the more I saw her body sculpt and everything, yeah, she was a definite buy. And her back was really what did it for me, which is sad because that's not what you're going to see. You're going to see her from the front most likely. But her skin is a nice soft touch, and it's matte. But then all of like the leather parts of her outfit are shiny plastic. Her leg does say Baltimore and Azur Lane. The outfit itself doesn't make sense. She's got a thong basically, and then this little kind of belt thing with the straps going under the thong and going into her booty crack. Little bows on the side and a triangles. Again, she's got nice cleavage, glorious separation, and glorious strap gap. We've got the little chain on her shoulder and the checker flag going down her arm. The cuff is transparent plastic. It does say Manjuu on that side and Yo Star. So definitely a race queen, sponsored race queen, so Yo Star and Manjuu. She does have armored shoulder pad on one side. Only one sleeve. It's kind of like a half jacket. The other sleeve, she does have a sleeve, but it is basically just a arm cuff. and it's held on by the straps. And it's got quite the detailed back and the booty and everything. I'm looking. The crotch does have a camel toe, but you really have to look from the bottom to see it. It's got quite the booty on her. Very squishable looking, but not squeezable. Good details in her legs. They're, muscular looking. They got some wrinkles in the folds of the knees. She's got some nice boots. The feet are awkwardly positioned a little in this figure. So, I'm going to take her head off. So like I said, she is a forced cast off, and she has very nice boobs. Nipples are painted and everything. She looks very good without her top. I'm not going to break my figure, but if you were, that strap right there where it goes under the coat, you would break that off. And then that strap going around to her back, again under the coat, you would break that off. And would be a little peg hole and some black paint. Going around to the back, again, you got two straps going up her back. You would break those off. And then I think right here, you can separate that a little bit. I mean, it's glued, but you could break it off and up there as well. So that's how you would cast her off. I'm not going to do that again, but you can. She has quite nice side boob and quite nice under boob. And again, nice side boob and nice cleavage. Good collarbone on her. She's got a little X on her collar. Good detail in the straps and the buckles and everything. Looking at her hand, she's got pink fingernails, and they have separated these two fingers at the middle knuckle. And let's see, we do get some knuckle lines, not so much on the palm lines, but she has very well sculpted hands. This hand, the ring and pinky finger doesn't look like they're separated, and the pointer and middle finger are not separated, but she's wearing a glove. There is, again, the good finger lines and everything, and good shape to the fingers. So it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and set her down and do this. And let's, just for the heck of it, I'm going to put on her alternate face, just so that you can see what she would look like with the alternate face. So yeah, again, I'm not going to use that, so I'll just take it off and put it back in the box pretty much. And we'll put her normal head on. So I have seen a video. There are two ways to get her flag into her hand and everything. One, you take her head off and you put the flagpole up into the hair, and then you work it onto her body and everything. Or you have her head on and you just guide the flagpole through, and it goes out the bottom and under her hand and everything. But that will be a job for after we get her on the base. Also, you want to be careful doing that. So, since the flagpole is metal, it will rub and rub paint off. So we'll go ahead and set her down for the moment. We'll pull the base over. We'll go ahead and tilt the camera down-ish. And let's work on getting her on the base. Should be relatively simple. She's got the one peg hole on her heel. Again, I have read that it is a very tight fit, and once you get her on the base, you probably won't be able to get her off the base. And again, the booty shot. So we'll just get her lined up and push down. So since I will be taking her off the base to take pictures, I'm not going to push down any harder. So she is kind of hovering right now, and her butt's not on the tire. But that will be a job for future Murialda once I take her all apart and take pictures and everything tomorrow sometime probably. So now I'm going to spin her around to the back and tilt the camera up. So you can see right here, that is where the flagpole goes through her hair. So we'll get the flagpole and we'll take the little bottom pommel off. And let's see here. How does this go? Okay, so it kind of goes like this. So we'll aim the pole through her hair and slide it through under her arm. It is kind of rubbing on her shoulder, so I'm kind of lifting it up now. And then it's got to go a little bit further. And we'll tilt the camera back down. And we'll just shove the peg into the tire a bit. And again, I'm not going to shove it all the way, so there is a little bit of gap. So you don't technically need this little support, but they included it, so I will stick it in. So it kind of goes in this fold, and then it just friction fits onto the base. And then I was going to say she was assembled, but she is not quite assembled yet. We'll go ahead and put the little pommel back on the bottom of the flagpole. And then we shall tilt, and we shall hat her. So yeah, again, it's got a magnet, you can feel it, but it's not very strong. And I think that's good enough. So we'll go ahead and put her on the turntable and we'll do a spin around. And yes, she is quite the space hog. So this is Baltimore, fully assembled. This is how I'm going to display her. So spin her. She is definitely showing off a lot of flesh. I mean, it's typical of race queens, but the flesh that she is showing off is very good. And the flesh that she's hiding that you could see is also very good. One thing I saw on HPOI that some people complained about is her cups and her jacket are different colors. So the broad cups are a dark blue and everything else is more of a dirty light blue. But it's okay, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and zoom in on her face, shoulder region. And we'll do a spin here. She's got pupils, but they're not very defined. And again, you can see the translucent part of her hair. But looks quite well done. I do like the little braid she's got going on up there. Nice and cute. And the breast and belly region. We'll spin around here so you can see the glorious side boob and under boob and cleavage and separation and gappage. So yeah, looks pretty dang good. And she's got a nice belly button. It's not it's kind of like just a slit. It's not a hole or anything, but it looks pretty good. We do see from this angle her thong, basically, her bottoms are a size or two too small, so they are very digging into her hips. She's got a very well-toned and defined belly region. There is some shading. Not sure how well it's going to show up on camera with the bright lights. And then we also see like the hip lines on her thighs. Again, that outfit, we'll call it a skirt, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Just where all those straps just go under her thong and are very form-fitting. But it's still Still looks quite good. And then we'll go ahead, we'll zoom out and do the lower body. So yeah, everything on this figure, in my opinion, looks quite good. I haven't really seen any real flaws or anything, like no paint lines or anything. She's got good shading, good texture and everything. As I said, really the only flaw I have with this figure is a flaw in the skin itself, which they have duplicated the skin perfectly, IMO, and that is the EAGL space EUNION. Again, just wish they would have fixed that, but it's okay. So there is Baltimore without her hat, and then I might as well, I'll spin around like this, and then I'll swap her head, just so that you can see what the face looks like. Actually, no, I won't, because the flagpole is going to be a pain. So just imagine that face instead. But yeah, she's got the same little hole for the flagpole to go through. Let's go ahead and put the hat back on, and we'll take the camera out and do a shaky cam. So, cute Baltimore. Not my favorite boat, and like I said, in the game I did not buy this skin, but the figure looks very, very good. And I just couldn't say no. And like I said, her back, again, we've got the very bright filming lights, so you may not see it very well, but it's a very well-defined back, and when you get the shadows just right, chef's kiss. Not to mention the booty. And the gappage and cleavage. And again, strap gap, flags getting in the way, and strap gap there, and strap gap there. So yay. Again, if you want, you can buy her and break her. Now, she's got very nice boobs, very nice nipples, looks very good, force cast off. I didn't spend $160 to break a figure. So yeah, this is Baltimore, the Finsh Line Flagbearer version, Race Queen version. She is from Azur Lane. 1/7 scale, manufactured by Apex Innovation. I ordered her from Big in Japan. She came out in Japan on November 28th of 2023 and cost 19,990 yen. She is a space hog. Her box is big and heavy, and shipping it's expensive, and it's, in my opinion, justified. A lot of people have said they have shipped 1/4 for less. Well, good for you. I have 1/4 boxes that are much smaller than her box. So yeah, Apex loves their big boxes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. She's a cutie. I've got 2 more figures that I've paid for, so hopefully they will ship soon. And then I have 3 more on order for by the end of the year. I'm not very hopeful that they will release on time, but we are going to get at least 2 more figures this year. So I hope you enjoyed. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. And you know what? Just as I hit the stop button, I remembered she's got a bonus. So yes, we've got Baltimore, the figure, and Baltimore, the standee. So just, there's your size comparison. The standee's probably, if she's a 1/7, I'd say she's 1/14. But they look pretty good together. So yay. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out again. Bye-bye.